Okay, hey everybody. This is going to be a dual purpose video. Since I created this boat, I've been asked for plans. Originally, one of the first things I created was the rod rack. And that was on a video with a lot of wind, like today. Today is really windy. And so that's one reason, is to show people some of this stuff a little bit better. And the second reason is I'm also testing out my new GeekPro 4.0 that just came in today. I'm going to be holding the camera in my hand, so there's going to probably be some shakiness. And then I'll use this broomstick as a pointer. Now this rod rack, the reason I didn't just give people plans, okay, the reason I don't make plans, I get these ideas, and I can bet you that I did not use a ruler when I made this rod contraption. So that's the way I am. Not that it's good or anything, but I just get these ideas and I whip it up and it comes out to my liking. So I couldn't just turn around and do plans unless I laid that all out, and I don't like to build that way in the first place, so I'm not going to to draw plans. But check it out. I think that's a 2-inch diameter PVC there, but use, you know, some rugged PVC right here. There's a board attached to the PVC. Got that board going across so I can attach all the rod holders. These are caps that you can get, not enclosed caps, but finished. It looks finished with those. Okay, so you're gonna go up with that. Then you get one of these. I guess it is called a Y. It's kind of a funky looking Y. And then over, just pieces. Now this all gets glued in with your PVC glue, 2-part glue. So here's the back. Okay, this thing was a lot of different things over the years. I don't know. Originally I hung an electric motor on it. It's in the videos. That worked. It's kind of loose now, but I still ended up it shifted. Yeah, still ended up doing a lot of things. I've had an anchor off it, a fish bag, or it just kind of looked cool, you know, so I left it there. A lot of people check this boat out all the time and what's that? You know, it's just, I left it there. There's a lot of things you can do with it though. So there was all kinds of places you could mount cameras, and I guess there was a lot of, well, there was a lot of interest in the cabin. Alright, well, the reason that I don't have plans for that is the same thing, but that I don't build plans first. But what my idea was, I wanted rod holders. I was doing a lot of catfishing and saltwater fishing in this boat. And somebody just drove up. I was doing a lot of, alright, so the reason I don't have plans for the cabin, again, is because I don't make them. I just whip stuff up. But my idea was a frame. Just this frame. No cabin. Just this frame around the boat, because I was doing a lot of catfishing and saltwater fishing, and there's no place to hook the rod holders. So I wanted this frame. Okay, so what happened was, once I got the frame, I said, oh, I want to put this on it and that on it, and then I decided I might as well put a cabin on it. Okay, so a lot of the questions I bet are, you know, because of the fittings and connections and things like that. Look at here, you can see here's a good example. There's no fitting that I could get or had. You can order special fittings, but if you drill holes and use a zip tie, you can just make it fit. I put a screw there. I see some of these had to be tightened and fixed over time, but not bad. You can check the original date of this thing. It's still rugged. It's been through, sat here with blizzards falling on it and everything else. And so here's another example. This was a stress point, so I drilled holes, put a big zip tie in there. So in other words, you use the rivets supplied with the boats and zip ties, and you put these rails on. And once you get the rails on, you got to decide from there how to, you know, build your frame. And I'm sure you can do much better than this one. But this stuff is interlocking plastic paneling. I can get the name of it. I'll put the name of it up. There was some warping in the roof because of all the snow that falls on this thing. But so then that's just a piece of plexiglass I attached to the PVC. There's canvas, and this is, I suggest canvas because the paint wants to come off the tarping, but put canvas up around there and then paint that. And let's see what else. Oh, the two-part putties. Let's see, where did I have to throw some of that in there? That's some. It's probably broken away by now, but oh, there's some right there. You can get two-part, you know, JB Weld. There's a half a dozen or more kinds. That's another way to make these things lock up. You know, it's squeaky. It was always squeaky, but you don't hear it much when you're motoring or anything, and you don't hear it when you're fishing. It's pretty quiet. Keeps the rain off. And once again, I'm testing out this GeekPro camera, so this is going to be two reasons for this video. Right there was always cool. I just had that fitting there, you know, it fit right in, and I mounted my depth finder on that, and that looks sick. I liked it there. But so when I would stand up in this and had an extension arm on the motor, and I might be standing and trolling or whatever, not trolling but looking for spots, and I can't see the depth finder when I'm standing, so I made that little hole so I'd look down from the top. Look down from the top as I'm moving, and I could look down and see the depth that I was at. And I like to keep it pretty open. I could put a cooler in there for a seat or not have a seat. You know, I like that option. And I'm actually gonna part with this tomorrow. I'm gonna miss this boat. I caught a lot of big fish. It's a lot of fun, and you know, a lot of my creativity, you know, is fun to make, and it was a real fun to use. Caught a lot of big fish in it. And then again, I do that stuff in the Camouflage with your creature baits. Those are different crayfish baits, plastic baits. You just lay it. See that? People will say, what do you mean? in comments and whatever. Let me explain this. I'm not knocking anybody. Some people like to hear, exactly how you do it. So this is a plastic crayfish fishing imitation bait. That's what all these are. So you lay it there and you splash a little bit of paint over it. Same, that's a fern. You stop on the side of the road where you see some ferns, you pluck one, you hold it up against the boat and go. If it doesn't come out good, it's cool because it's camo. You can just let it dry and put a lizard over it or do whatever you want. And if it ever needs a touch up, you can just throw a crayfish. There's a frog under there. I see his leg and his head there. And I always like that crayfish on the handle. So that's what I did with the paint. Lizards, and it's a conversation. It's a conversation piece, that's for sure, wherever I go. And the scale, the ruler always came in handy. I caught a lot of big fish in this boat. Big catfish, stripers, fluke, blackfish. Took it to Fisher's Island, New York, from Connecticut multiple times. And she's going up for sale at a big fisherman's tag sale, flea market on Saturday. So that's it. You're gonna yell at me about the wind. I don't apologize. That's Mother Nature. I can't help it. But I did a whole video like this and nobody can hear it. So and it got 70-some thousand hits. And a lot of people tell me about the wind noise. And a big shout out to my friends in the UK. Adam Billings is one of the guys who wanted to see a little more about how I did all this. And don't be a hater because I'm not an inflator. I've been using a bass boat lately, and I'll probably use inflatable boats again. Who knows? And I got a kayak that I got stuck with, so I'm doing kayak mods. But you can still watch my channel. I know you guys in the UK are big inflatable fans, and I know why. But I fish bass tournaments with my son now, local ones, and the bass boat's what I'm doing now. So until next time, keep off my bass.